You go to Mikey'sRC.com. He has a lot of good suggestions on how to scratch build airplanes really cheap. One of the things that is necessary is wheels, and wheels can become very expensive, very heavy. So this video is going to show you how to build from simple styrofoam a very nice true running wheel. The one I'm building is going to be 4 inches in diameter. To start off, we need a couple of blocks of 3/4 inch styrofoam that are just a little bit more than 4 inches square. Okay, we need a stir stick, which you can get at your local gas station quite economically. This is the larger one, and it happens to be 0.125 inches in the center hole inside, which is exactly the size of the carbon rod which we intend to use as an axle. So this straw, plastic straw, will serve as a bushing in the center of our wheel. Also, if you don't want to use carbon fiber for an axle, you can use a 12-inch barbecue skewer, which also fits nicely inside the soda straw. We also have our cutting guide here, which is just a piece of wood with a 10-penny nail shoved through a hole, drilled with a drill press so it is vertical 90 degrees in all directions. And that hole was 9/64 in diameter. The 10-penny nail just fits in there. Our axle bushing slips right over that nail, so everything is the right size. Okay, first of all, we just make a corner-to-corner X in the middle of our block. That gives us the exact center, and for a 4-inch wheel that has to be at least 2 inches from all edges. And that edge is exactly 2 inches. And that one's a little over. That one's a little over. That one's a little over. So we'll just put a little mark right here because this is going to be where we start our cut for our wheel. Now we will drill a 9/64 inch hole right in the center of that block. Now we have a 9/64 inch hole right in the center of our future wheel block. We slide the nail, this on the nail, have our mark pointed away, and then we will get out the next tool, which is handy. Okay, it's always nice to have a few extra tools laying around. I happen to have a bandsaw sitting under the bench, so we take and we line up our wheel to be with the bandsaw blade, the center, and the center of the block all in a line. We put just a little bit of tension on the blade because we're a little bit bigger than 4 inches. We clamp it in place, turn on the saw, and there we have an almost perfect wheel cut. Now, if you want your blank wheel to look just a little better, I happen to have a pattern here that's part of the pattern for Slowly, the slow flyer off the internet, designed by Kristen Huber, plans drawn by Jurgen. And that has markings for 5 holes to be cut in the wheels. So I have marked those 5 holes, and then we'll use a drill press to cut some 3/4 inch holes there. Okay, and there we have a nice little 5-hole wheel with a perfectly centered center hole. If you wish, you can take a little sandpaper and go in and clean out these holes here, but from 20 feet away, nobody will ever see it. Now it's ready for painting and installing the bushing. And I like to put a fender washer on the outside of the wheel. It kind of sets off the center a little bit, and it also gives a little extra support for the axle and the bushing.